Going into this offseason for the Los Angeles Rams, I was not exactly sure what to expect for our 53-man roster going into the 2023 NFL season. However, here we are 2 preseason games in, and we are ready to make some projections for that 53-man roster. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? We had our second preseason game last night. However, I will be making this before I leave for Vegas. I will be in Vegas, which is actually funny because we're actually playing the Las Vegas Raiders in SoFi. However, I will be in Vegas when this game is happening, and I'll be coming home the day you're seeing this video. So I will make a preseason update on the game as soon as I get home. However, for now, we're just going to be doing a roster projection, and then all of the content from the second preseason game will be up after this. But however, I still want to go over our roster projection. So each preseason game could change the outlook of Los Angeles Rams 53-man roster, which will have to be determined by August 29th this year. After one game, a 34-17-yard loss point loss to the Chargers, there aren't many changes from our last projection. However, there's a lot more context. So we're going to be going over this coming from the Rams Wire. I'm going to be giving my thoughts. So first off, we have quarterback. That's going to be Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett. Now, Stetson Bennett didn't get a very good PFF grade. He had about a 37, I believe, which isn't very good. However, he definitely outplayed Brett Rypien, and although he had a very terrible start, he almost threw 2 picks and had just not a good first half of his first drive. However, he capped it off with a touchdown to Puka Nacua, which I think was very, very solid, and he had a lot of good connections with Tyler Johnson this game, and he definitely outplayed Brett Rypien. So Matthew Stafford and Stetson Bennett, I do believe this will be our depth chart going into the season, and possibly maybe we could sign Brett Rypien to our practice squad and see if he improves. But yeah, Brett Rypien didn't play well. Stetson Bennett did. Running back, we have Cam Akers, Kyron Williams, Zach Evans, Ronnie Rivers. So the carries during the preseason game were split between Zach Evans, Ronnie Rivers, and then Royce Freeman. Royce Freeman is going to be more of a veteran player, while Ronnie Rivers and Zach Evans are both going to be most likely the younger and people that we actually go with. Zach Evans is a rookie. Ronnie Rivers, actually, fun fact, won $500K in Vegas. Hopefully they do the same thing. I believe at some jackpot. I don't even know what he was doing. But either way, Rivers did get off to a very good start in the preseason, leading the backfield with an average of 5.2 yards per carry. And he actually scored a touchdown too, but it got called back. So this is exactly how I think the Rams running back room will look like, unless Royce Freeman continues to do well. He did have a touchdown. In terms of receiver, we are looking at Cooper Kupp, Van Jefferson, Tutu Atwell. I think Puka Nacua could be taking Tutu Atwell's spot in this rotation. Possibly that starting spot could go to Puka Nacua if he continues to play well. Puka had 32 yards, 3 receptions, and a touchdown in this preseason game. Maybe we have to start playing Tutu Atwell to see who should be starting at that number 3 spot. Ben Skoranek right behind them, Demarcus Robinson, and then Tyler Johnson. Tyler Johnson is definitely outplaying Lance McCutcheon at the moment, but that is another player that could possibly be making this team is Lance McCutcheon instead of Tyler Johnson. Unless Tyler Johnson continues to outplay Lance McCutcheon, we definitely have a battle right there. Tight end, we have Tyler Higbee, Bryson Hopkins, Hunter Long, and Davis Allen. Personally, I don't know if Hunter Long and Davis Allen will make this team. I believe Hunter Long was in one of our trades this year, but I just don't see why we would need 4 tight ends personally. But Higbee and Hopkins rested, and Long and Allen are injured. So that doesn't change the fact that all 4 are expected to make the roster. I'm hoping we only go 3. None of the other tight ends have been done enough to unseat Long or Allen, who are both in their first season with the Rams. I don't see any other tight ends making the team either. In terms of tackle, we have Rob Havenstein, Alaric Jackson, Warren McClendon Jr., and Logan Bruss. Logan Bruss had a terrible game, but Joseph Noteboom is competing more at right guard right now. So Bruss has moved from guard to tackle. Both players are still expected to make the team, just at different positions than originally expected. Logan Bruss could lose this spot if he continues to play absolutely terrible like he has. However, it's just one preseason game. Let's see how it goes. McClendon Jr. did play better than Logan Bruss did, though. So just to mention that. Center and guard, we have Brian Allen, Coleman Shelton. I'm surprised these two aren't playing the preseason to kind of get a grip on who's going to be starting there. I hope it's just Brian Allen, but we'll see. Steve Avila, definitely a good rookie starting there at left guard. Joseph Noteboom is competing for right guard. He'll most likely win that from my perspective. And then Tremaine Ankrum Jr. Definitely played well. However, Zach Thomas played very well in this preseason game. So if he continues to play well, he can definitely compete for one of these spots at guard. So keep an eye on that. In terms of defensive line, we got Aaron Donald, Bobby Brown the third, Marquise Copeland, Ernest Brown the fourth, Kobe Turner, and Jonah Williams. Johnson has some work to do if he's going to make the 53-man roster. There's no way he makes this 53-man roster. I'm going to tell you that right now. He was relatively quiet, and you can't be quiet if you're competing for a spot. But for now, we'll keep Williams on the projected roster, but he might be closer to the bubble than we think. Johnson has to do so much to beat out Williams for this final spot. I'm just saying that right now. Brown is having a good summer, and he was tied for the team lead with 2 pressures on Saturday night. Turns out outside linebacker, we got Michael Hoyt, Byron Young, Daniel Hardy, Nick Hampton, and Keir Thomas. Keir Thomas played absolutely great. He definitely is solidifying a position there on the 53-man roster. Thomas tied Brown with 2 pressures on the night, finishing with the team high 1.5 sacks. Mathis remains injured, so he'll need to really stand out in the second and third preseason games, assuming he plays in them. I'm assuming he's not going to make the team, and we'll go with our rookies, Nick Hampton and Byron Young here. But Hoyt, Young, and Hampton might be the only locks at this position. Keir Thomas, though, played very well, played much better than Daniel Hardy did, actually. So definitely looking at them. Inside linebacker, we got Ernest Jones, Kristen Roseboom, and Jake Hummel. There's really no one else really competing for inside linebacker, so nothing to really look at here. Cornerback, we got Kobe Durant, Akel Witherspoon, Darion Kendrick, Robert Rochelle, and Trey Tomlinson. Tomlinson played so well. I definitely think he's locking up a spot at cornerback there. And like I said, he had the best night of any Rams cornerback, further cementing his spot on the roster. Rochelle hasn't been leapfrogged by anyone else at corner yet, so he should still be safe. Robert Rochelle should still be on this 53-man roster. Jordan Jones showed a physical side of his game. However, he's still not projected to make the team. I don't think he has too much of a chance to beat out any of these guys, if I'm going to be completely honest with you. Then at safety, this is going to be interesting. We got Jordan Fuller, John Johnson, Russ Yeast, Quentin Lake, and Jason Taylor II. Tanner Ingle, however, had one of the best games out of any of the Rams, so he's definitely on that bubble to make the team. Tanner Ingle made the team on their last roster projection, but John Johnson wasn't on the list yet. So John Johnson's definitely going to be starting for the Rams. He didn't have that much time to play to begin with. Tanner Ingle, he played only 12 snaps, but he impressed. It might not be in the cards for him to make the team based on the numbers at safety, but we'll see. He could beat out Quentin Lake or Jason Taylor II. We'll just have to see, what happens. And then special teams. Our special teams didn't play great, but we have no one else. So that's really going to be it for them for special teams. But yeah, that's going to be it for this. I'll be coming at you guys with some preseason content against the Raiders in our video either tonight or tomorrow. So make sure you guys stay tuned for that. But other than that, that's going to be it. Leave a comment section below. Comment in the comment section below what you thought of this. Leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.